What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another football video where today we're going to be doing my Premier League predictions and also my FA Cup prediction for the final ahead of matchday number 37 in the Premier League and the FA Cup final this weekend. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Social media links are in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. Do let me know your predictions in the comments below. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. SofaScore are going to keep you guys up to date with all the latest football scores from around the ground. So keep you up to date with all the latest match information, the match statistics, team news and so much more. Not just limited to football, it's got you guys covered for all the information and scores for all the sports that you guys love to follow, all in one place, all in one app. It is free to download. Anyone that does download using my link in the description does help to support the future content created here on my channel. And also SofaScore, very highly rated, so do go and check it out. And a big thank you to SofaScore for sponsoring this video. So looking at match day number 36 and my performance in that, not my best. I got 1 correct score, 3 correct result and 6 incorrect. Now I always aim for roughly maybe 5 or 6 correct, whether that be through scores and results, and getting 3, 4 incorrect is always what I'm looking for. So if I dip below that, I'm unhappy, and I'm unhappy with getting 6 incorrect. So having a look then at match day number 36, which took place last weekend, I had Fulham down as 2-1 winners against Everton. Everton picked up a fantastic win, picking up a 3-1 away win on the road at Craven Cottage, so incorrect with that. I had Brentford down as 3-1 winners against Ipswich. That finished 1-0 to Brentford, and at this point in the season it's all about picking up the 3 points, and Brentford managed to make that happen. I had City down as 2-0 away winners against Southampton. City huffed and puffed, but creativity and the shooting boots just weren't linking up and happening in that game. Finished 0-0, and Manchester City now got some work to do when it comes to finishing in the Champions League spots for next season. I had Wolves down as 2-1 winners against Brighton. Brighton picked up a fantastic win on the road by 2-0, and to complete what has been a pretty rubbish Saturday for me, I had AFC Bournemouth down as 1-1 draw against Aston Villa. That finished 1-0 to Aston Villa, and Bournemouth really should have found an equaliser towards the end through Daniel Jebinson, and here we are. Villa ended up picking up the 3 points, so not a very good Saturday. Sunday, a little better. I had Newcastle down as 3-1 winners against Chelsea. That finished 2-0, not a million miles away. I had Man United down as a 1-1 draw against West Ham. I thought United had took a point because West Ham just aren't very good, but Manchester United even worse, 2-0 loss for them. Nottingham Forest had them down as 2-0 winners against Leicester. Surprised Forest didn't win this game. I know they went behind. When they went ahead, I thought it was going to be a formality here for Forest, but derby games can be a bit funny, and Leicester City ended up picking up some points, and that could be very costly for Nottingham Forest's Champions League bid. And then I had Palace down as 2-1 winners against Spurs. That finished 2-0, again not too far away. Another good win for Crystal Palace and a bit of momentum heading into the FA Cup final this weekend. And then last but not least, Liverpool against Arsenal. I had that down as a 2-2 draw. Arsenal 2-0 down in that game, managed to come back and pick up a point on the road at Anfield, but still doesn't really change anything. Arsenal still needing a little bit more to do to ensure that they are mathematically qualifying for the Champions League going into next season. So grading myself for match day number 36, not my best, giving myself just a 3.5 out of 10. So moving on to match day number 37, starting on Friday 16th of May, you got Aston Villa taking on Tottenham Hotspur at 7:30 p.m. BST. I believe this game is being broadcast live on Sky Sports, so I'm going for a 3-1 win for Aston Villa in this game. I can't see anything other than Aston Villa beating a heavily rotated Tottenham Hotspur side ahead of the Europa League final next Wednesday, so going 3-1 Aston Villa. And Chelsea, they're also taking on Manchester United at 8:15 p.m. BST. That game also being broadcast live on Sky Sports, I believe, and going with a 2-0 Chelsea win. Again, a heavily rotated Man United squad. Can't see them doing anything against Chelsea, so a big 3 points for both Aston Villa and Chelsea, making things really interesting when it comes to Champions Champions League qualification and putting Newcastle under pressure, Manchester City under pressure, and also Nottingham Forest as well. Now on to Sunday, 18th of May 2025. No games on Saturday due to the FA Cup final. We'll speak about that at the end of this video. So starting off in the early kickoff, it's the last ever game at Goodison Park for the Everton men's side. It's been announced this week that Goodison Park isn't going to be knocked down. It's going to remain, and Everton's women's side are going to be using Goodison Park instead. So it's their men's side's last ever game. I do believe that, I'm not too sure how true the rumours are, that alcohol consumption is going to be allowed in the stands for this game as a farewell for the Everton fans to their football team. But I can't see Everton not picking up a win here, so I'm going with a 2-0 win for Everton against Southampton. That game being broadcast live on TNT Sports and kicking off at 12 p.m. BST. And then at 2:15 p.m. BST, you've got West Ham taking on Nottingham Forest. I'm going for Nottingham Forest to turn up, make something happen and make things really interesting in that Champions League race. And I'm going Forest to win that game by 2-1. That game kicking off at 2:15 p.m. BST and being broadcast live on Sky. Then at 3 p.m. you've got Brentford taking on Fulham, a big game when it comes to finishing in the top 8, which could well still be a European spot. And I'm going Brentford to beat Fulham by 2-1. It does mean that Fulham's race will be done if that is the case. Leicester taking on Ipswich. I'm going Leicester to win that game by 2-1. That game also kicking off at 3 p.m. as both sides already relegated. And then the final game on Sunday, you've got Arsenal taking on Newcastle at 4:30 p.m. BST, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. Arsenal have finally had a few days rest. I think they'll go full strength. They need they need points. They're needing a win to secure Champions League football for next season. I don't think they're going to leave anything to doubt here. So I'm going Arsenal to win this game at the Emirates by 2-1. Anything could happen. Newcastle are needing a win. Arsenal are needing some points. Forest need to win their game. Villa need to win their game. Chelsea need to win their game. City need to win their game. So it's all getting very interesting. That's where, for me, everything's been decided heading into the final game of the season. This race for Champions League football next season will definitely go into the final game. And then moving on to Monday, 19th of May 2025, you've got Brighton taking on Liverpool at 8 p.m. at BST, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. I'm going with Liverpool to win this game by 2-1. A close game, but I think Liverpool will be too strong for Brighton, and that'll end Brighton's season as well. So going 2-1 to Liverpool. And then the final games on Tuesday, 20th of May 2025, you've got the FA Cup finalist Crystal Palace taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers at Selhurst Park at 8 p.m. BST. I'm going with Crystal Palace to be too strong for Wolves and going for a 2-1 win for them. And then the final game also kicking off at 8 p.m. BST, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports on Tuesday, 20th of May. You've got Manchester City taking on AFC Bournemouth, and I'm going Manchester City to end AFC Bournemouth's season as well. And I'm going Manchester City to win by 3-1. I think City will be just too strong for AFC Bournemouth, and if City do and can turn up, then I think they can make that home advantage count and make that quality count as they look to try and get over that negative 0-0 draw against Southampton from last weekend. So keeping things pretty much as you were really in the Premier League heading into the final game. So I think City too strong for Bournemouth, going 3-1 Manchester City, and Man City making a big step towards Champions League football for next season. And then as a bonus, not going to be included in my score going into next week's video, but on Saturday 17th of May you've got the FA Cup final at 4:30 p.m. BST, with the game being broadcast live on terrestrial television, live on BBC One. You've got Crystal Palace taking on Manchester City. Crystal Palace, I believe it's going to be their first major trophy if they can beat Manchester City, so they'll be well up for that game. Man City looking for their only chance of silverware for this season, major piece of the domestic silverware that is. So Manchester City will want to turn up and see if they can try and scramble a little bit of success heading into the final remaining parts of the season, because success for City right now looks like winning an FA Cup and getting Champions League football, which still, with an FA Cup final and 2 games to go in the Premier League, not guaranteed. But I think City will turn up, and I can see a very similar game and a similar score to what happened at the Etihad a couple of weeks ago, where we're going to see a bit of a to-do-dar between these two teams. Both teams going for it, both teams attacking, trying to score goals, and ultimately Man City making it about that attacking quality, and City showcasing that and winning this game by 4-2. But I'm a City fan. I am biased. Who knows what's going to happen? It's been a very long season that's nearly coming to an end. We're at the final push, proper business end of the season. Really exciting when it comes to neutrals, and when it's your team involved in it, very nerve-wracking as well. We've been here, we've done that, we've worn the t-shirt before, we know what it takes and we know what we need to do. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can make that happen. So that has been today's video. Do leave a thumbs up on today's video if you did enjoy it. That would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget to let me know your predictions in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. It is free. Social media links are in the description as well if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. I'll see you all again real soon for the next one. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.